Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to open 2,300 crore taka extension work of Sylhet Osmani Airport through video conference tomorrow. Saudi government to reissue visa to 25,000 Bangladeshi expatriate workers stranded in the country for visa expiry as 20 flights per week to Saudi Arabia to start operating from tomorrow. Awami League nominates Mohammad Habib Hassan in Dhaka 18 and Tanvi Shakil Joy in Sirajganj 1 constituencies for parliament by-elections. BNP polluted politics while evildoers belong to political party, comments Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Minni and 5 others sentenced to death in sensational Borguna Rifat murder case. Bangladesh and United States sign air service agreement, paving way for direct flights between Dhaka and New York. And President Donald Trump and opponent Joe Biden appear in first pre-election television debate. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mashrufa Hussain, welcoming you to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Centre. Those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. Expansion and modernization works of Sylhet MAG Osmani International Airport at a cost of 2,310 crore taka will begin tomorrow. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is expected to inaugurate the project through video conference from Dhaka. All kinds of facilities of an international airport will be ensured at Sylhet Osmani International Airport through the project. Under the project, a new terminal will be constructed following other airports of developed countries across the globe. Modern cargo building, fire station, control tower and other modern structures will be constructed under the new terminal. 8 Airbuses will be able to load and unload passengers and goods simultaneously at the new terminal. Beijing Urban Construction of China will implement the expansion and modernization works of Sylhet MAG Osmani International Airport. Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry has urged all to work unitedly following the ideology of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman to march forward the development activities of the country under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. She made the call while unveiling the cover of a new book titled Odomo Bangladesh by eminent IT specialists Professor Dr. Mohammad Sajjad Hussain at a function at Bangladesh University Grants Commission UGC in the capital today. Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry attended the publication ceremony through video conference from her residence. UGC Chairman Professor Dr. Qazi Shahidullah chaired the function, which was also addressed amongst others by National Professor Dr. Rafiqul Islam, Education Minister Dr. Deepu Moni, Post and Telecommunication Minister Mustafa Jabbar, State Minister for Information and Communication Technology Junaid Ahmed Polok and Literature Selina Hussain. 24 essays were compiled in the book, which contains information about development programs, technological development and future possibilities of Bangladesh. The book Odomo Bangladesh, dedicated to the 74th birthday of Prime Minister Sheikh
20টা ফ্লাইট যাবে দু ধরনের লোক নিচ্ছে একটা হচ্ছে যারা এখানে এসে চাকরিতে স্ট্যান্ডার্ড হয়ে গেছেন তারাও তবে তাদের ভিসাটা রিনিউ করতে হচ্ছে আর যারা নতুন ভিসা 25,000 এর মতো নতুন ইস্যু করতে হবে সবাইকে ধৈর্য ধরতে হবে বাট সবাই যাবে
The Awami League has picked its candidates for the by-elections to the Dhaka 18 and Sirajganj 1 constituencies. Habib Hassan will contest the Dhaka vote with the boat symbol, while Tanvi Shakil Joy will run on the ruling party's ticket in Sirajganj. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has announced their nominations while briefing journalists through video conference from his official residence in the capital this morning. Obaidul Qadir urged all party leaders and activists to put aside their differences and work in unison to get the announced candidates elected in the upcoming polls.
গত 30 আগস্ট তারিখে গণভবনে বাংলাদেশ আওয়ামী লীগের সংসদীয় মনোনয়ন বোর্ডের সভা, দলীয় প্রধান এবং মনোনয়ন বোর্ডের চেয়ারপারসন প্রধানমন্ত্রী দেশরত্ন শেখ হাসিনা সভাপতিত্বে অনুষ্ঠিত হয়। মনোনয়ন বোর্ডের সিদ্ধান্ত অনুযায়ী ঢাকা 18 আসনে মোহাম্মদ হাবিব হাসান এবং সিরাজগঞ্জ 1 আসনে তানভীর শাকিল জয়কে বাংলাদেশ আওয়ামী লীগের মনোনয়ন দেয়া হলো।
About BNP Secretary General's allegation that there is no democracy in the country, Obaidul Qadir said, if there is no democracy in the country, if there is an obstacle to expression of opinion, then how are you protesting against the government every day? Obaidul Qadir said, only BNP can give such irresponsible and meaningless examples in the history of Bangladesh.
একবার বলে আন্দোলনের লক্ষ্য খালেদা জিয়ার মুক্তি, আবার বলে গণতন্ত্র ফিরিয়ে আনা। কখনো নির্বাচন কমিশন, কখনো আগাম নির্বাচন আর সরকার পরিবর্তন। আন্দোলন সংগ্রামের লক্ষ্য নির্ধারণে বিএনপি চরমভাবে ব্যর্থ। বিএনপির আন্দোলন এখন রাজপথে নয়, পত্রিকার পাতা আর ফেসবুক স্ট্যাটাসে সীমাবদ্ধ। বাংলাদেশের ইতিহাসে এমন ব্যর্থ, দায়িত্বহীন, লক্ষ্যহীন বিরোধী দলের উদাহরণ একমাত্র বিএনপি।
Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood said Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is the architect of Bangladesh's development and progress. The country is heading towards materialization of the dream of Bangabandhu under her leadership. He alleged that BNP has polluted the politics. Those who are involved in misdeeds, they should not be identified as members of any political party, he added. The Information Minister was speaking at a discussion at the Dhaka Reporters Unity today, marking the 74th birthday of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Bangabandhu Sanskritik Jot and Shadhinata Porishod jointly organized the program.
বঙ্গবন্ধু রক্তস্রোত প্রবাহমান, তার নেতৃত্বে বাংলাদেশ আজকে বঙ্গবন্ধুর স্বপ্ন পূরণের পথে অদম্য গতিতে এগিয়ে চলছে। বাংলাদেশের উন্নয়ন সমৃদ্ধির রূপকার হচ্ছেন জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনা। জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনার যদি জীবন আমরা বিশ্লেষণ করি, তাহলে আমরা দেখতে পাই তিনি হচ্ছেন একজন জীবন্ত কিংবদন্তি এবং একটি সংগ্রামী জীবনের উপাখ্যান হচ্ছে জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনার জীবন গাথা। জাতিসংঘ জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনাকে 2 ডজনের বেশি বিভিন্ন পদকে সম্মাননায় ভূষিত করেছে। তিনি আজকে চ্যাম্পিয়ন অফ দ্য আর্থ, তিনি আজকে মাদার অফ হিউম্যানিটি, এবং এই কারণেই জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনা হচ্ছেন অনন্য অনুকরণীয় দৃষ্টান্ত। মির্জা ফখরুল ইসলাম আলমগীর তিনি বলেছেন আজকে নাকি নষ্ট সময় যাচ্ছে। নষ্টরা যখন নষ্ট সময় যাচ্ছে বলে, রাজনীতিটাকে নষ্ট করেছেন হচ্ছে এই বিএনপি। রাজনীতিতে কালো টাকা এবং রাজনীতিতে মাসেলম্যানের আমদানি করেছে বিএনপি। এবং জিয়া রহমান দম্ভ করেই বলতেন যে মানি ইজ নো প্রবলেম, আর রাজনীতিতে কেনাবেচার হাট বসিয়েছিল সেটাও বিএনপি। নষ্টরা যখন সময় নিয়ে প্রশ্ন রাখে তখন মনে করতে হবে সময়টা ভালো যাচ্ছে।
Bangabandhu Shadhinata Porishod advisor Barrister Zakir Ahmed, Bangabandhu Sanskritik Jot General Secretary Orun Sarkar Rana and Vice President Oruna Bishwash, Dhaka City Awami League leader Hedayatul Islam Shopon, Shadhinata Porishod President Jinnat Ali Jinnah and General Secretary Shahadat Hussain Toil were amongst others present. A Borguna court today sentenced 6 persons, including victim's wife Aisha Siddiqa Minni, to death in the sensational Rifat murder case. Borguna District and Sessions Judge and Mohammad Asaduzzaman passed the order sentencing Rakibul Hassan alias Rifat Forazi, Al Qayyum alias Rabbi Akon, Mohaminul Islam Sifat, Rezwan Alai Khan Ridoy, Mohammad Hassan and Aisha Siddiqa Minni to death. The court also acquitted 4 other accused, Rafiul Islam Rabbi, Mohammad Shagor, Kamrul Islam Simon and Mohammad Musa. The court came up with the judgment after examining 76 witnesses on different hearing dates. Victim Rifat Sharif was hacked to death in broad daylight in Borguna on June 26 in 2019. Education Minister Dr. Deepu Moni has said the ongoing closure of the educational institutions across the country will be extended further due to the coronavirus situation. She made the disclosure at a virtual press conference today. Dr. Deepu Moni said that the government is going to announce the schedule for the long-stalled higher secondary certificate and equivalent examinations either on Monday or Tuesday next week. Deputy Minister for Education Mohibul Hassan Chaudhry, Secondary and Higher Education Division Secretary Mohammad Mahbub Hussain and Secretary to the Technical and Madrasa Education Division Aminul Islam Khan virtually joined the event. Education Minister said the closure will have to be extended and the new date will be announced later.
আমাদের আগামী এসএসসি পরীক্ষার কি হবে, কারিগরির নবম একাদশ তাদের পরীক্ষার কি হবে, কারিকুলাম সেটাকে ছোট করে নিয়ে আসা থেকে সমস্ত কাজ কিন্তু আমরা করেছি এর মধ্যেই। কাজেই আপনাদেরকে খুব সহসাই এই ব্যাপারে, এই পরীক্ষাগুলোর ব্যাপারে জানাতে পারবো।
Minister for Local Government, Rural Development and Cooperatives Mohammad Tajul Islam has said the accusation that Dhaka is dirty and unclean will be removed soon if the city dwellers come forward. He said this while distributing vacuum-type road sweeper truck for all city corporations at Justice Shahabuddin Ahmed Park at Gulshan 2 in the capital today. LGRD Senior Secretary Hilaluddin Ahmed presided over the function, while Dhaka North City Corporation Mayor Mohammad Atikul Islam, Dhaka South City Corporation Mayor Barrister Sheikh Fazlinur Taposh, Ghazipur City Corporation Mayor Mohammad Jahangir Alam were present. Warning those who are illegally occupying government property, including rivers, canals, parks and sidewalks, LGRD Minister said, no one has the right to illegally occupy government land. Anyone occupying public property will be evacuated. The first ever high-level economic partnership consultation between Bangladesh and the United States was held today at a virtual platform with a view to developing a vision for advancing the existing US-Bangladesh economic partnership. Prime Minister's Advisor for Private Industry and Investment Salman F. Rahman and U.S. Undersecretary of State for Economic Growth, Energy and the Environment Keith Krach co-chaired the meeting. Besides State Minister for Foreign Affairs Mohammad Shahriar Alam, Prime Minister's Principal Secretary Dr. Ahmed Kaikos and senior officials from relevant ministries and departments of both countries also attended the meeting. During the meeting, both the co-chairs and the participants shared their thoughts on developing a vision to advance the bilateral economic partnership between the two friendly countries in all potential areas. They emphasized the need for close cooperation between the governments and industries to address the continually evolving challenges related to health and economy during the current and post-COVID-19 global pandemic situation. Advisor Salman F. Rahman underscored that Bangladesh would continue to pursue economic diplomacy proactively with neighboring, regional and global players and welcomed the U.S. interest and involvement in the existing and new initiatives. Bangladesh and the United States have signed a formal agreement for flight operations. This deal will allow the two countries select airlines for flight operations under the open sky policy. Senior Secretary of the Civil Aviation and Tourism Ministry Mohammad Mohibul Haq and U.S. Ambassador in Dhaka Earl R. Miller signed the deal on their respective sides at the Secretariat today. State Minister for Civil Aviation and Tourism Mahbub Ali spoke at the program and mentioned that the government is very strict in ensuring security of airports and passengers. He said direct flight operations will help expand cooperation and trade between the two nations. The US ambassador said the flight operations agreement will take the relations of the two countries ahead. 32 COVID-19 patients died in the last 24 hours in the country, increasing the death toll from the pandemic to 5,251. The recovery count rose to 2,75,487 after another 1,789 recovered during the period. A press release of the Directorate General of Health Services said today, it said the tally of infections has surged to 3,63,479, with 1,436 new cases being confirmed. Now, international news. COVID-19 global death toll crosses 10,14,000 with more than 3,39,22,000 infected. On the other hand, more than 2,52,10,000 people have recovered so far. The US, the current epicenter of the pandemic, has now 74,06,729 confirmed cases and 2,10,797 deaths. India, which is in the second spot in the list of nations worst hit by coronavirus, has now over 62,29,000 and 97,541 deaths. In Brazil, the total death toll from COVID-19 is 1,43,010, while 47,80,317 people were infected. The United States President Donald Trump and his challenger Joe Biden have fiercely clashed in one of the most chaotic and bitter White House debates in years. Trump frequently interrupted, prompting Biden to tell him to shut up as the two fought over the pandemic, healthcare and the economy. The US president was challenged over white supremacist support and refused to condemn a specific far-right group. Overall, the 90-minute debate in Cleveland, Ohio, was light on serious policy discussion. Biden said Trump had panicked over the coronavirus pandemic, which has killed more than 2 lakh Americans. The tenor became clear early on as the two candidates sparred over health care. Hectoring from Mr. Trump saw Mr. Biden call the president a clown. As they moved on to the Supreme Court, the rancor continued, with Biden refusing to answer when asked if he would try to expand the number of judges. And now to end the bulletin, a repeat of the top stories. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to open 2,300 crore taka extension work of Sylhet Osmani Airport through video conference tomorrow. Saudi government to reissue visa to 25,000 Bangladeshi expatriate workers stranded in the country for visa expiry, as 20 flights per week to Saudi Arabia to start operating from tomorrow. Awami League nominates Mohammad Habib Hassan in Dhaka 18 and Tanvi Shakil Joy in Shirajganj 1 constituencies for parliament by-elections. BNP polluted politics while evildoers belong to the political party. Comments, Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Minni and 5 others sentenced to death in sensational Borguna Rifat murder case. Bangladesh and United States signed air service agreement paving way for direct flights between Dhaka and New York. And President Donald Trump and opponent Joe Biden appear in first pre-election television debate. And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us. We invite you to watch our next